If you've ever had a job, you'll probably be familiar with the terms work boyfriend or work girlfriend. Essentially, these are romantic relationships that are started and sustained in the workplace. If you never had no first-hand experience with this, you've definitely been an unwilling witness. But nevertheless, these relationships are the heartbeat of America. I personally have had many work hoes, and every time I lose them, I end up losing a job shortly after. Having bitches at the workplace can be the difference between you staying there a month and having a 24-year career with retirements and benefits. And if you don't think this a real phenomenon, randomly pop up at your girlfriend's job and I guarantee you see a random nigga bending her over on aisle 5. But nah, hit the like button, watch to the end of the video as I explain and contextualize the job method. So essentially, the job method is getting a job purely with the intent of sliding on all the coworker hoes. Running this method is fairly straightforward. Simply download Indeed and start applying, go to the interview. Don't tell the interviewer you're just there for the hoes, and boom, you got a job. Now for those of you who weren't joking about the unemployment memes and genuinely just don't have jobs or have never had a job, there's probably gonna be some training period after you get the job, depending on what type of job you get. But after that brief period in time, you know the job good enough to where the managers don't really gotta monitor you, and that's the point when you'll really be free to neglect all your job tasks to pursue the females. But now, on a serious, not trying to get fired note, I've noticed that the better you are at your job and the higher position you're able to hold, the more hoes seem to be available at that job. I've seen niggas who are overly chopped to get chose over niggas who objectively look better due to simply being a more capable worker. Being good at what you do also gives you a natural boost in confidence, and this is not new, bro. We all know that confidence is probably the top one most important trait when it comes to sliding on females. With this in mind, the longer you stay at a job, the better chance you actually have of landing a work bitch. Because naturally over time, you're gonna get better at your job, which naturally is gonna make you more confident around the office or facility, and also you'll become more well known and socially respected, which we all know is very attractive to females. Like, bro, really think about it. Has a bitch ever came to your job and started fucking with the nigga who already had negative aura in the workplace? Nobody fuck with, bro. This nigga don't have no work hoes. He don't flirt with none of the bitches. He don't hang with no niggas. The bitch might think you finna blow that motherfucker up one day. I've never seen the school threat method work, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The only time that school threat archetype ever has pulled females is in anime. Real world bitches like niggas who are socially adept. And the longer you stay at the job, the cooler you get with your coworkers, the better you get at the work, the more social status and confidence you're gonna have. So when a new bitch comes to the job, she's gonna be more inclined to throw you the net. The reason why this method works, granted you don't have the looks of a meat canyon character, is proximity. Proximity to hoes is one of the biggest determining factors of how many potential hoes you can get. On average, someone who goes to school and has a job and is part of some type of fitness center or club is gonna talk to way more hoes than a nigga who works a remote job and never leaves his house, purely off just seeing more hoes. You really gotta think about this. You're at work the majority of the time with your coworkers. You're literally bound to build relationships, both platonic and romantic, unless you're the guy that everybody is secretly scared of walking into the establishment one day with an M16. But if you're a functioning human being with basic social skills, bruh, a couple of new friends and a handful of hoes is basically guaranteed. It's like an unwritten signing bonus, especially if you're going to a job that's known for having an abundance of hoes. With that being said, I have to put a disclaimer. All workplace shots are high risk shots, bruh. Like, your overall gotta be kind of high to put up these type of shots, bruh. Like, you can't afford to have low social awareness putting up these type of shots at work. In any scenario, on any court, you should always be playing with pace. However, this is when it's really most important that you play with a good amount of pace. Like, you need to be playing with good pace and really spam the hezzy. Like, you don't really want to just start shooting shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, before you even take the shot, think to yourself, is this some shit the Shay would put up? If so, you probably don't want to take that shot. The reason why you want to play a little bit more conservative, especially if this is like your career job, is because you always run the risk of getting sent to HR. I've personally witnessed multiple females in the lobby voicing their concerns to a manager, all because a nigga didn't know how to code switch his sauce. I myself have put up very risky shots in the workplace, and I kid you not, bruh, I thought any moment throughout that day I was finna get called to HR. It really was up in the air for a moment, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I first put the shot up, I don't know if this bitch just shot that I put up such a immaculate shot like that, or if I was finna get called into the office and escorted off the premises. With that being said, bruh, make sure that you're one, an attractive nigga, and two, you're decently good at reading social cues. Like, come on, bro. If you're a nigga watching this video right now and you're overweight and you got like a patchy beard and you don't get haircuts and you just walk into your job trying to raise, you might not even get walked off the premises. Them niggas might genuinely walk you down. You gotta think about it, bro. As a handsome, tall nigga myself, I really can never go out overly bad in the workplace. But you know your player build, bro. If you don't got the player build to be taking these type of shots again, I ain't gonna lie, you might just gotta stick to the default Hinge, Instagram, or cold approach methods. If they was making a TV show about a nigga who got sent to HR after trying to raise it in the workplace, would you fit the description of the casting call? If so, you probably shouldn't be taking these workplace shots. The biggest pros to this method is you're almost guaranteed a bitch. According to Forbes, 60% of adults have had a romantic workplace relationship. I'm not sure when these niggas started doing statistics, so this might be a little bit off, but regardless, I guarantee the statistic is above 50%. This is literally the definition of free eats, bro. Like, you don't gotta be a 6'8" nigga with tats and dreads to get no work hoes, bro. This gonna sound like some job propaganda, but literally all you have to do is show up to work. Now for the cons of this method. The first of which being, you actually have to get a job. I'm pretty sure I don't gotta explain why that's a con. Y'all niggas understand what that comes with. The next con is you run the risk of losing your job. This really only matters to niggas who are in like full-on career, like niggas is really committed to the companies. This really don't apply to the niggas that's working at like Walmart, bro. You can take a risk here and there again, like just apply again in like 6 months. Guarantee you the whole staff has changed. The manager not even there no more. The third kind of running this method is niggas are definitely finna be hating. I know from personal experience, bro, when you start running this method, I don't care how cool you are with your manager, that nigga finna start doing some hating shit. Like, this is really just part of the game, bro. Like, I can't even hate. If I was a manager and I seen a nigga who just got there pulling all the work hoes, this nigga finna have the worst schedule known to man. He might work 2 days out the month. In the 48 Laws of Power, there's a law that says never outshine the master. Basically, this law is telling you to not display yourself as better than somebody who has power over you. Literally nothing good comes from that. Most times managers be chopped as fuck. Like, they fit the description of the nigga that gets sent to HR, so they're gonna feel overly outshined because they don't even get hoes in real life. So they not finna not get hoes in real life and then have you getting hoes right in front of them at work. But nah, the last kind of running this method is you really can't choose the quality of girl you're gonna get. You just really gotta hope management hires some fine shit. Like, depending on where you're choosing to run this method, there might be only 1 or 2 females in there that actually look good, and them two probably finna be took by niggas who ran the method before you. But typically the jobs with the least attractive hoes have the most greenest hoes. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if you get a warehouse job, them bitches are gonna be chopped. But at the same time, them bitches will waste their 30-minute lunch break just to throw you neck. She'll finish her shift hungry as fuck just to throw you neck. The only way I can think to work around this is going to a job that's already known for having fine shit on the staff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, if my #1 goal in life was just to hit hoes, I'll probably log into my college website right now and change all my shit to nursing. But nah, that's all I got for this one. Like the video, hype the video, literally put all your points on this video, bro. Like, I think this video has real potential to aid in the unemployment epidemic right now. Let me know in the comments if you plan on running this method, and you might as well, bro. Like, you don't really got too much to lose. Worst case scenario, you make a little bit of money, then you get sent to HR and escorted off the premises. But nah, with that being said, thanks for watching. I'ma catch y'all.